Meanwhile, here at home, we have some good news for TSA officers. DHS announcing that they'll finally get paid this week thanks to an order from President Trump. But airports still seeing those painfully long lines. Madeline Rivera is live in Washington with the details. Hi, Maddie.
Good morning, Griff. Well, clearly Congress remains at a stalemate over DHS funding, but like you indicated, TSA workers should get some relief soon. The department says TSA officers should receive their first paycheck in more than 40 days. DHS saying today, at the direction of President Trump and Secretary Markwayne Mullin, TSA has immediately begun the process of paying its workforce. TSA officers should begin seeing paychecks as early as Monday, March 30th. TSA is grateful to the president and secretary for their leadership to put money back into the pockets of TSA employees who worked without pay. In his executive order, the president declared the situation a national emergency, saying the long wait times and declining morale among TSA workers compromise the country's security. A senior administration official tells Fox the funding is coming from the One Big Beautiful Bill. More than 33,400 TSA workers called out on Thursday, amounting to a nearly 12% national call-out rate, the highest since the shutdown began. Nearly half of the TSA workers at Houston's George Bush Airport have called out. More than 40% of TSA employees at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport have refused to come in. The head of Airlines for America, Chris Sununu, says President Trump's executive order will help restore order, allowing TSA officers to focus on the task at hand and millions of Americans to take to the skies this spring break. However, Congress's job is not done just because TSA officers will be paid. Sununu is calling for legislation that would guarantee TSA workers get paid through government shutdowns. This is now the third time in nearly 6 months that TSA agents have been forced to work without pay. Griff.
Madeline Rivera, live for us in Washington. Maddie, thank you very much.
You get it.
And as TSA agents look to get their first paycheck in 6 weeks, the fate of DHS funding still remains in flux. Here to react, former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary and former Acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, good morning. Thank you. It's really unbelievable what's transpiring. And in Maddie's report there, the number of TSA agents calling out is because they can't afford to go to work and not get a paycheck because they make about $50,000 to $60,000 a year. And now they can't pay mortgages and all the others. But it was interesting yesterday when President Trump explained why Democrats have got to get off their butts and find some common sense. Listen.
Mr. Speaker, do you give
airports to be defunded so that these people can come into our country? Not going to happen. I also ordered emergency funding to resume paying the TSA agents immediately. They're getting paid. Democrats must stop their dangerous and destructive shutdown and reopen the Department of Homeland Security without delay. And it's time that they start thinking properly.
Jonathan, your thoughts on this?
President Trump crystallized this issue perfectly because that's what the issue is about. It's about the Democrats want to continue this open borders mass amnesty agenda. And I think one thing that really demonstrates this, if you look at the bill that Senator Schumer was congratulating himself about, they were willing to basically open up DHS without ICE, without any of the reforms they claimed the whole shutdown was about. So it just shows that they were acting in bad faith from the beginning, and their only true motive, again, is they want no deportations. They want illegal aliens to stay in this country for political purposes, which is so shameful because they can't achieve that legislatively or through the ballot box, so they have to use these methods that harm people, make people suffer, and put people at risk. Yeah. And one last point, Kash Patel's emails were hacked. We have an agency within DHS, CISA, that protects against cyber attacks. They haven't been funded either.
Well, and, you know, the Border Patrol Council, National Border Patrol Council, was saying thank you, Speaker Johnson, for standing up for us. Last quick question, and that is, did Majority Leader John Thune make a mistake here, allowing a legislation to go through that wouldn't fund Border Patrol after the 4 years of the Biden border chaos?
it doesn't seem like the best idea, consider, with a plan of funding it through reconciliation, which is a little bit risky. And plus, to leave town before, the House weighed in on it's also a concern. But, yeah, we should fund these agencies, not let the Democrats play games on this. And the Democrats are clearly have one agenda, and it's not the interests of the American people. And like we've seen that with these multiple murders. And you made this point earlier. Donald Trump's successes have made the Democrats more radical on this issue. We look at the border, we look at crime rates, and they get more and more radical.
All right, Jonathan Fahey, thank you for your insight. Have a great weekend.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.